If we push this cat off a cliff, nothing happens.
I just want to say that if this cat does die, it's not my fault. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, it's okay.
When it was first added, the Nether Star could be destroyed by the Wither's explosions, but now it's blast resistant.
I don't want to get blown by the TNT, so I'm just gonna back it up. Okay. Okay. Kowalski analysis. Kowalski says, where's the Nether Star? I found it! It's in the water! It's in the water! Oh my gosh! Kowalski was right. He told me yes, but it's not there. But here it is. It's alive. It blew off the Nether Star, but it survived the blow.
Considering that if you use your tools where they're not supposed to, it'll deal double the durability damage to said tool.
We'll break this dirt and check the sword. Yep, it lost 2 durability. Wait, what the heck?
You can kill this whole batch of zombified piglins without any of them getting angry.
Since if you were to kill this mob in one hit, then it doesn't have the chance to update the universal aggression tag on the other monsters. That means with a strong enough weapon and a critical hit, you don't have to worry about upsetting the pack when you pick off a few.
Hey, would you like some gold? Psych. Hey, that works. I think I just unalived the piglin's dad.
You've probably seen this item before, but not like this. With the use of commands, you're able to give yourself a physical knowledge book like this. And by using that item, it'll grant the player access to new recipes to try out with the other green knowledge book, the one that you find on the crafting screen.
We got a command to give us the knowledge book, and then we'll activate that. And then, when we're holding it, right click, and then on the top right, you can see that it shows up your recipes and you have unlocked it. And now, you can go in here, and boom, got a diamond sword, and I believe there was bricks. Yep, stone bricks as well. Bro, they gotta give me this in real life. I need knowledge.
Because lily pads are rendered so thin, if you were to run on top of a row of these, you'll notice that the particles that you give off from your feet are actually the water particles instead of the lily pads.
Liar. When you run on it, there's no particles. However, when you run on it and jump, then you'll see the lily pad particles. Also, yes, there are water particles when falling on it.
If you place an armor stand on top of a block and then drop it onto a fence post, it'll just float in place.
Hey boys, welcome back to Stuff and Stuff Cribs. Today we got this doohickey to try. Oh, radical danical, dude. It totally worked. Okay, that's a wrap with that. Oh, I'm still recording. Oh shoot.
But on the off chance that you were to stand next to a cocoa bean and then let it grow, then it's true that as the cocoa bean gets bigger, it'll push the player down into crawl mode.
With the power of tick speed, I don't have to wait for infinity. Oh, I did it. Oh, yep, it's true.
Even though the only way to craft a lodestone is to use a netherite ingot, unfortunately, this expensive block isn't immune to fire or lava the same way that netherite is. It's not even like just the stone burns off and you get the netherite ingot back. The whole thing disappears.
Okay, dude, what the flip? Mojang, fix this. Chop chop, get on it.
If you go to enchant your bow and go for a level 1 enchantment, then if you have no bookshelves nearby, the first level 1 enchantment will always be power 1.
I've tried this before and I'll try it again. It won't change to a different enchant. After all these years of being oblivious, I can't believe it's true.
One end crystal is capable of healing multiple ender dragons at once.
Man, he ain't lying. The dragons are literally just sucking the life out of this crystal.
If you were to line the bottom of a nearby riverbed using mud blocks, then that row of mud will cancel out the swimming animation, allowing you to just run like normal underneath the water.
Random thought, but do you think the Flash had to find some mud blocks just so he can run underwater? I mean, it makes sense to me. By the way, this mud hack does work.
Unlike the rest of the leather armor set, leather boots are the only piece that's named the same as the other armor sets.
Cap, tunic, pants, boots, some more boots, even more boots. That's all of them. Just kidding.
Never craft this block, because while it might seem handy to compress your 9 nether wart down to 1 nether wart block, unlike other compressed material blocks, this can't be crafted back into its base material.
If we just craft some red gusher blocks, then try to craft them back, it won't work a single bit. Anyway, you guys like my panic plan? Say yes right now.
If you place a note block on top of a slab, that slab will change the sound of the note block.
Normal note block, oak slab, note block. And fun fact, if you put it on an iron block, then it has a higher tone to it.
If you were to get your fox to hold a wither skull in its mouth, then you'll notice that it looks like the fox has a beard.
Wake up, take this wither skull. Holy cow. I mean, I'm not holy cow, sorry. I meant holy fox. Bro literally just turned 40 in a matter of seconds.
If you place a note block on top of an oak door, it'll change the sound of the note block plays. But place it on top of an iron door, no change.
It's different on the wooden door, but it stays the same on the iron, which I don't get. It's kind of weird considering it changes when you put it on an iron block.
Why is this minecart different from the others? Well, as it turns out, the minecart hopper is a slightly different texture as opposed to the other ones. You'll see that the hopper part of the minecart actually pokes through the bottom.
Guys, you need to stop yourself from saying what you're about to say. Just don't, please.
If you were to ignite a piece of TNT mid-air and let it fall, how far could it fall before exploding? After running this test, you can see that it takes 72 blocks before the TNT explodes.
72 blocks high. Let's do this! Okay, cool shots, but that end was anticlimactic.
If you were to use redstone dust, torches, or even candles and soul torches, none of those will melt any of your ice or snow.
I put these here a while ago, and they're still here, so I guess it's true.
Put away your axe, you won't need it for this, since this isn't your average oak wood slab, but instead this is a secret item called a petrified oak slab, and it only exists in old legacy worlds or by using commands to spawn it in.
Regular slab. Petrified slab. Seems legit to me. Ain't that right, Kowalski? Okay, where the heck is Kowalski? I swear, that guy gotta stop going to this club.
Rails behave in an odd way, but you'll have to listen closely to notice it, since when you run over rails placed on the ground, it'll play the sound effects of the block under the rail. But if you only walk or jump on top of the rails, then you'll hear the sound of iron.
Bro, I cannot hear a single bit of iron when jumping. Just listen. I only hear the block underneath. That's it.
But tracking down the chiseled stone bricks isn't her only annoyance, since due to the fact that Minecraft textures are 16 by 16, this pattern was bound to have some asymmetry, and that would be why the center of this block isn't actually in the center.
This has single-handedly made my day worse. Jeb, fix your freaking game. Holy crud, bro.
If you were to throw out all of your items onto the ground in a specific order, then you'll notice that as soon as you go to try to pick them up, the items will enter your inventory in the exact same order that you threw them onto the ground.
From inspection, you literally threw your sword down first, and when you picked it up, it's literally not in your first slot. I tried it too, and you can see it right here. It didn't work at all. Fake.
When lava spreads, it can trigger a tripwire hook. But keep in mind, this is just a one-time deal, since that lava will break the string and tripwire hooks in the process.
We got some lava right behind here. Let it fall forward toward the tripwire, and it seems it has activated something. What the?
Minecraft doesn't have dominoes, but it does have hanging signs. And what we're able to do with those is have a hanging sign supporting underneath another hanging sign. You can have a whole chain of these things only going from one hanging sign support.
Now, you have to be delicate with this. And perfect. It works.
Unlike us, arrows don't slow down while passing through cobwebs.
Okay, I'm gonna refrain from saying any super cancelable jokes, but this definitely works.
If you don't have the extra materials to make a sign or an item frame, then it is possible to name your chest in this way, since any container item will retain their name in the UI screen if you were to name them in an anvil.
What he meant to say was, if you don't want to walk a few blocks outside your house to get some wood for a sign, then you can just do this. That is kind of true, unless you live underground.
While in creative mode, it's possible to add any enchantment that you'd like to any item, including items that can't be enchanted normally.
I got a bottle bucket here with some iron aspect, and we're gonna put that on the bucket, and it works. In all my years of playing this game, I never even knew about that. What?
You can craft honey bottles into honey blocks. That's not a surprise, that's how you get them in the first place. But with those same 4 glass bottles, you can craft the honey blocks back into the bottle.
Honey? More like, anyway, this absolutely works. Money! That rhymes with honey.
If you don't have a compass, try looking out for some pumpkins. Crazy as that might sound, the pumpkin stem is always rendered in such a way where it's facing towards the northwest direction.
It's real, but how do people notice these things? I am so confuzzled.
If you were to place a water source block next to a non-full block like mud, soul sand, or the like, and then walk forward into a wall, you'll notice that because the block isn't a full 16 pixels in size, it'll just start to bounce up and down indefinitely because of the water.
There ain't no way. Okay, it works, but I'm so mad because this is the reason I keep catching on fire when I crouch on a soul sand block next to lava. So rigged, bruh.
While in creative mode, if you were to shoot an arrow above your head, obviously it's not gonna hit you. But this also doesn't mean that the arrow disappears, so what you get as a result is that the arrow will continue to try and bounce on top of your head, just glitching there in place.
I feel like I've known about this. Yep, I definitely have. It's realio.
While playing in peaceful mode, you won't see a lot of undead mobs, but 2 are still possible, those being the zombie horse and the skeleton horse mobs. However, to get these in the mode, you'd have to use the summon command.
There are spawn eggs for them, and they are still in peaceful mode, even though they're technically undead. Subscribe or else haunts.